What's up, people? It's Lance friggin' Hepler with Chris Surratt. We are at Cyclocross Crusade Heron Lakes out at PIR. We've got some rain, a bunch of teammates ignoring me, and we're gonna race today. Today there is a jump and a monolith choices. So we're gonna race and see what happens. Oh no, it's this way, Josh. Now you can wave. All right, there we go. What's up, folks? It is Lance freaking Hepler. This is the start of the 50 plus. Actually, that's the false start of the 50 plus race. And then here's the actual start of the 50 plus race, which was all good. I'm in a bit of a somber mood while recording this. Not just because we finally had mud on this course, some gravel, some mud, some trickiness, some sketchiness, some nearly proper cyclocross weather. We always kind of expect mud and nastiness in the cyclocross weather, but I just had no legs today. Is that because this is race 16, cyclocross race 16 in the last like 2 months? Probably, but that's okay. A lot of people showed up today, a few new faces. Sean Hadet showed up and raced with us. That's Lance Hadet's father. He lives in the Bend area during the, sometimes, occasionally. And one of the defining characteristics of this course is what you just saw, which is the monolith. It's some big cement monolith in the middle of this field at Portland International Raceway. I don't know what's under it. I don't think it's a pump. I don't think it's a septic tank. I don't know what it is, but there's this cement monolith that you can kind of build a ramp up to, and it becomes a feature of this race, which has been a very popular race for quite some time. There are two barriers in this race. Those two, they were about 3 inches taller than the ones that we've been using at the other races, so I couldn't quite bunny hop them. Matter of fact, there were not many people doing it. There was one guy that you saw in that clip that was Dan Sprouse. He was on his mountain bike, and he said he was barely clearing it on his mountain bike. And then I think that there may be 1 or 2 other people total out of all the racers that were trying to do it, because it was a little bit trickier. But that's not the reason for the somber mood. There was kind of a gruesome injury today that happened. I don't know if many people knew about it, but we did have to stop racing for a little bit. That corner I just took there was a little off camber and at speed. And we had a fellow racer in the 60 plus field slide out funny and hurt his leg pretty gruesomely. And the injured athlete is a friend of mine and somebody I love and respect very much. And to be quite honest with you, it was kind of emotional for me to see him injured. I'm freaking tearing up just thinking about it right now, and I'm sorry for that, but I care about this guy a lot, and I want him to be okay. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm a happy-go-lucky guy. I don't get emotional about stuff like that very often, but I just didn't like to see it. I'm sorry to put a damper on this video. Sorry about that, folks. I had to stop and gather myself there a little bit. We didn't realize kind of how bad the injury was until after the race was stopped. And so we were still kind of going for it. I was having a good time here following Dan Sprouse here, who is ahead of me on the mountain bike. And he was the one in that first clip who was airing the monolith, the cement monolith. He was like clearing the whole thing, and it just made me laugh, and I was kind of having a good time. Our race was cut about 15 minutes early so he could get an ambulance on the course. The athlete is going to be okay. He's going to be fine. He's going to recover. It was just a compound fracture and a dislocated foot, and so it was just scary for a lot of us who know this guy, who has a very positive attitude. He's a very good guy, and we all he's the type of guy that has no enemies. Okay, there's lots of people in this race that have enemies. I'm probably one of them. I probably have many enemies. This guy has none. And so it was all good. It's off to the right down here where the athlete was injured, so they had to change the course. They actually cut this whole section out of the course for all subsequent races, just to try to keep it safe. We didn't need anything else like that. So my legs actually never showed up today. I ended up 12th out of this field of 30, which is, believe it or not, my worst result of the season. But you got Dan Sprouse here. Look at him freaking airing that thing. That was so awesome. I was just laughing and just congratulating Dan how freaking awesome that was.
That was freaking awesome, Dan.
It was so cool to see. These are guys from Cyclopath Team, and they're all my buddies too, who I get to race with regularly, and so it's all fun for this. So, hey, the Cyclocross Crusade race at Heron Lakes, we still had a good time. This is where we got pulled a little early so they could get an ambulance on the course, which was perfectly fine. The rest of the races looked like they went off without a hitch and without too much trouble. And thank you for putting on a decent race across Crusade. And I'm going to make you watch Dan airing the monolith 4 times before I sign off. And I will try to be back with my happy-go-lucky self on the next one, which will be on Tuesday. So in a couple days, I got another race, and I got to finish out that series. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.